Ah, shoot, we're live. Oh no.
Like I'm
Hide the
lagging.
paraphernalia. Uh, yes, sirree, Bob. Another Sunday evening live. Been running around YouTube, supporting other channels, supporting new channels, old channels, and YouTube is a time waster, Randy. You want to waste some time? Just open up YouTube. Oh, he's froze up.
Well, my doing a lot of lagging here for some reason. But it's on my end.
It's been weird, like rolling lag just all day long. So, a lot of channels were playing just perfect, and then all of a sudden, you get these random people. It wasn't everybody complaining about it. It was just like random people in the chat would go, "Oh, now it's buffering," and other people are like, "What?
Yeah.
What buffer?" It's like, what's wrong? Say good evening to
she's one of them other
KP.
people. She's one of them other people watching stupid Christmas movies.
I'll say good evening, KP Heathen, Hugo Homestead, Storms Radios and Cats. It's good to have him in here. South Florida Sunshine.
Yeah, he's one of them new people.
Yeah. We probably should just kick him out. It looks like he'll cause problems for us. Did you there's Bob 942. Randy, did you see that video I shot from where the vehicle met a Amish buggy?
Do what?
Did you see the video I posted where Casey County put a call out that a vehicle ran into an Amish buggy? Not like that's the first time it's happened, but
yeah,
it's the first
I watched
time
that. You probably done the wrong thing by cutting off when you did.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would frown on using their name, but I don't know. But,
didn't have their names in it.
Didn't expose anything. They just put it out there.
They never said their names in that video. They just said,
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. It was stupid.
Otherwise,
I
wouldn't have posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have posted it. If it had names in it. Because, just for privacy. Because I kind of debated, really on even uploading it. Because
you would think it. Well, it wouldn't hurt anything as far as that I could see.
No, wasn't like I was poking fun at anyone or anything like that.
Yeah, it wasn't no name called or either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were lucky to catch it at that particular point in time. To even record it. That time,
that's what I was thinking. I had the phone sitting right in front of the radio, and I was like, well, I'll just have it there opened up. And then they dropped the tone, and the tones are long sometimes. So I was like, well, I'll be able to at least catch the few seconds of the tone dropping. And worst part was I couldn't get I don't know. I just had an update on Windows, and it screwed up my editing software. So I will have a perfectly clear, good
Wow.
looking video on the phone, but then when I try to load it into the software, something gets corrupted in it, and it looks all pixelated, and sometimes it looks like digital TV when it loses a good, when it loses syncs the signal and gets all blocky and stuff. And it's the second one it's done that. So I just let it roll. I detached the audio from the video, threw away the video part of it, and just use that still photo. I couldn't do anything with the video itself. It was just, it wouldn't have been worth watching.
Buggy vehicle versus Amish buggy. Not a very good outcome.
No. From what I gathered from it, it seems like maybe the occupants were okay, but the horse was the worst part. I mean, it was under the buggy. So he kept trying to tell them. This is what gets me about that video.
I think I heard one of them say, one of them said they had a head laceration. Oh, they could be bad now.
What gets me is he was trying to tell him, huh?
It's a thousand wonders it wasn't no worse than what it was.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it was the chief or whoever's in charge of saying, tell everybody turn their sirens off. We're gonna cause a problem. And when he first said it, dispatch should have said, okay, attention all units, just run your lights, turn your sirens off so we don't scare the horse. He had to say it twice. And finally somebody repeated it, and I was like, freaking idiots. Hey, Howie. Good to have you in. Good evening to you.
Yeah.
Forest Culture.
Well, situation like that, when you got a horse involved, or like that, you stand. Well, probably at that point the horse is already hurt beyond saving to begin with, but you could risk hurting other people if that horse gets startled. That's around, that's what turn that stupid siren off. I don't know. I shake my head. I shook my head today. I was listening to one today, and I was yelling across the other room at it. I was yelling at them, and wound up. I was right.
You got, right. Exactly, Carol. I mean,
Yeah, they had 15 people responding to it. They had 15 people responding to a 14-year-old on a four-wheeler that had or whatever what they said anyway. But everybody in Second Lake, they don't need that many people. My God.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard like the tail end of that.
People.
We got some serious lag going on here.
I was listening to it. It was
breaking up a little bit.
It's driving me nuts. I've got it bad.
Been wanting to ask you.
Ron, you're about help thing.
Huga. Oh, okay. I think he's gonna probably check something with his internet there. So, Hugo, I wanted to ask you, how's that Cobra doing for you? Have you had a chance to play with it or mess around with that radio any? I think you'll. I think you'll be. I think you'll be happy with that radio. If you had a chance to mess around with it. Um, let's see. I've got a habit of checking the internet speed before I go live just to be sure that there's not going to be any surprises. But that doesn't mean anything, does it? Still go downhill on us. So what we're looking for is 760 megabits per second up and down. That doesn't mean anything, you know. So we got 703. That's acceptable. Let's see. Yeah, 762, 68, 703, 87. Our ping was 6 milliseconds. Not bad, but that doesn't mean anything because, you know, he's not even that far up the road from me. And look at the trouble he's having. So, but yeah, I try to check the internet speed before I go live. Okay, so you got it set up in the truck. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Well, don't let it intimidate you, and there'll be a little bit of frustration at first if you don't make any contacts, but just keep at it. And one thing to keep in mind on that meter, the signal meter, is when you see a signal hit you between a 7 and a, let's say between a 7 and a 9 on your signal meter, more than likely you'll be able to make contact with that person. So, put a call out there. Get used to your radio. And
That's
about now, how now, brown cow? Yeah? No? Yes? Maybe?
I don't know what's causing it. If it's on my end or what. Now.
No. All right, Howie. It's good to see you in there.
What were you going to ask me before I was rudely interrupted by my computer?
Good question. I think it was just about, hell, I don't know. Might have been it might have been about your computer. I'm not sure, but oh my goodness. Hello, Michelle. Yeah. Ooh, okay, good. I hope everything goes according to plan, Michelle, on the roof. I know it's a really important thing that has been on your mind. So I wish you luck on that, and I hope that everybody does their job the way they're supposed to, and don't let anybody jilt you or
It may be even on y'all's end. My end,
Michelle, you're always
good.
Michelle, you're always welcome here. You know that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, well, any home, home renovations, you've been through this. Any home renovations is a huge job, and anymore it's like hit and miss if you're going to get anybody that's doing their job the right way. So I pray everything goes right for you. I know you've been through a lot, and hopefully this is a step in the right direction. Done a little bit of roofing, not a lot, but I've done enough to it's a dirty, hot job, depending on what time of year you do it. Shingling, I'm not a big fan of putting up a shingling roof, a shingle roof, Randy. It's nasty. It's nasty, hot work. You get that crap all over you. I like metal. I like to just throw the metal roofing up there. There's not an exact science to it, but there is. It's quite a bit easier, I think. Oh. Okay, cool. Well, see now, I personally think, Michelle, that putting a metal roof up is better because in the long run, see that stuff lasts forever. And if you wanted to, if a storm was to come through, and hopefully it does not, but if you had to replace a piece of it, you could just buy you a sheet of it, and replace it. The only thing that you might have to be concerned with is color. Is your color going to be one that's more readily available rather than one that's, oh, I love this color, because totally get the whole color thing. But it you want to make sure it's something that you can replace later on if you had to. So say you had a piece that you had to replace, it's so much easier. It's just, just take a few minutes of your time to replace that one sheet of metal and you're done. If I could put one on this place, which it's not my place to do, but if I could, I would put a metal roof on it, just one over top of it. So, yeah. Yeah, it lasts a long time. Um, Also, Michelle, I don't know, did that email that I sent you explaining StreamYard and presenting the comment picker, did that help any, or did it not make any sense? Because I'm hoping it made sense, but if not, just let me know and we'll try it a different way. Well, something sooner or later things have to get easier. I don't think it meant to have to fight that hard. Oh, okay. Well, we'll try a different approach, Michelle. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate you. Love you bunches, and I hope all goes well for you tomorrow. Just let me know, and call me or email me, one of the two. You too, Michelle. Thank you for stopping in. Sleep well. Get some sleep. You're no good to anyone. even yourself if you don't have enough rest for tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, Carol, I need to I need to slide mine out and clean out from underneath it. It looks like the cat's molted under the. Let's try that again. There it goes. Looks like the cats had molted like birds under the refrigerator. There's like this carpet of fur.
Still lagging. I reset my modem. You're still doing it.
You know what? You just make some threats, right?
A little bit of a lag, but it'll be all right.
Just make some threats like I do, Randy. Just say, I'm going to call them and give them a piece of my mind. Next thing you know, you won't even have to call them. The next day, it'll be running perfect. I've noticed that. I do that. I'm like, I'm going to call them and give them a piece of my mind. Next thing I know, it's back where it should be. Make sure that you have a smartphone sitting around so that it, they can relay the message from NORAD to the internet provider. Yep, just say it out loud. Hey, Miss Southern Belle, welcome. Welcome. She's over there. She's been coloring those pretty pictures, and I think you were co-streaming too, weren't you, Miss Southern Belle? Oh, let me see.
Hey, I'm going to hop off here and reset my computer. It's still lagging.
Yeah, also, okay. Well, I was going to say, Randy, if you get a chance, look down in your tray and see if it's not trying to do a Windows update, because I just received an update just a few days ago. So look to see that you're not getting an update, because it could be downloading an update right now for Windows, and it will cause your computer to get goofy. I didn't say anything mean. I said that you were coloring pretty pictures, and you might have been co-streaming, but I'm not sure. Been a lot of people sharing streams with other channels, so it's confusing to me. Because someone will say, so-and-so just said hi, and I'm like, I don't see him in chat. And they're like, oh no, it's on the other person's live. Yeah, I don't. Aside from my electric stove catching fire back in last winter, it went pop, bang, and I looked behind me into the kitchen, and there's flame shooting out of the back of the control panel. Some of you might remember that. Yeah. That was one of those glass top stoves. It was a fairly nice one. Carol's feeling an art bug. But she is the art teacher. Don't say ex art teacher. That doesn't count. That won't fly with me. You're always going to be a teacher. See. Well, there we go. Yeah. No, I mean, if I was in a position to buy a home, I would be so, just be like super cautious right now because things are just. What I see, I think is going to happen is we're going to have a bunch of real estate that can't be bought because nobody's got the money to do it. Because our economy is tanking right now as it is, as much as people want to deny it. Hold on. Who's gonna have the money to buy a new place these days? I just don't see. I just don't see how. Excuse me. I'm trying to not trying extra hard, but I am trying to, just keep in mind that I'm going to have to get into a different place because certain someone doesn't want to do their job as a landlord. I mean, a slumlord. Don't worry, he doesn't know how to use YouTube. So even if he did, I wouldn't care to say it to his face. Well, kind of like having a disaster. Funny how some of these places burn up, explode, and burn up, and it's in an area that's big enough to make a town in. And you hear people talk about the 15-minute towns. There you go, 15-minute cities. There's a gnat or something flying around in here bugging me. It's always something. But yeah, what better way to buy up a bunch of land than to have an accident? Yeah. Yep, like in Maui. You know, uh, those people aren't going to be able to rebuild what they had. So, what better way? You just take a whole island, convert it into your little 15-minute city, and yeah, buddy, the way you're under their thumb all the time. Just watching one of the cats behind the laptop here. Before the stream, he was chasing one of the ladies around finally she just said I've had enough and smacked him a few times. And she's not one to just go like that. She'll go whack, whack, whack until you back off. And old Darkpaw looks like he might have got his feelings hurt. So he's sitting behind the laptop right now, and he's staring into the kitchen where Clementine is. And he does have that look on his face that, like, I'll try again later, but my feelings are hurt. So I'll back off away from the female for a while. He's such a punk. Yeah, poor guy. Mm-hmm. He's generally a good cat. Well, his deal in the winter time, his way of staying warm at night, because I normally don't run heat while I'm sleeping. I usually cut it off. And somehow or another, he ended up under the covers with me, which he does every year. Every winter, he sleeps under the covers. And he must have waited until I went to sleep, because he had not got under the covers until after I was asleep, and I woke up. Sun hadn't even come up. I think it might have been 4:30 or close to 5 or something like that. But he was under the covers. I couldn't move because he was right next to me, and then there was another cat at my feet, and then another cat was up above my head, and I just kind of gently shoved them over to one side, and I stretched my legs out, because that was what I was having problems with. My legs can't stay in one position for very long without getting uncomfortable. And so old Darkpaw got to sleep next to me still, but the other ones had to move a little bit. No, I don't want, honestly. I mean, as much as I love cats, I'm really wanting any litter of kittens right now. And any other time's not looking good either. I'm just no kitties right now. I've got enough. Shawnee. Hello, Shawnee. Welcome in. I started to do something. I totally got off track, but let me go to my go to my home page here. I'm going to share a link out, and if you all don't mind, maybe checking his channel out. Give him some subscribers. There's a new channel. Well, looks like I gained 2 subscribers. Cool. Okay, let's see here. Looks like they're still doing their live stream. I'll go directly to his homepage. Wow, okay, I'm already there. So this is a new channel. I'm trying very hard not to close myself out here. Misfit Stacker. And I believe Huga was there just a while ago with me. And he deals with coins. So if you're looking for a new channel, maybe want to learn about coins and things, then you can check out Misfit Stacker Steve. I just put his channel down in the chat there for you all to check out. You can check it out now, or you can just save the link for later. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, Hugo was down there too. I think you might have been. Let's see. You were on Steve's side, weren't you? I can't remember, but see, that's what messes me up when people are sharing the streams like that. It messes with me because I'm like, everyone's talking to you, but I'm like, well, I don't see Hugo anywhere. I was losing my mind. I'm like, oh, they're doing a streaming, that co-streaming thing, and it just. So I went over to Steve's side. But I did sub to him, and then I went to my other channel, Storms Weather Cam, and I subbed to him on that channel as well. So just trying to get him up there. I think he was wanting. What was he needing? He was needing 100 subs, right? At least for tonight, and then yeah. So he was going to move on up, baby steps, just like the rest of us, right? You know. Baby steps, but that's what it's all about, man. If there's people, that's what I'm here for. It's just, I make friends. My channel is a hobby, about my hobby. But I'd rather, support other channels, make new friends, and that's what it's all about, really, to me. Other people might have a different view. Yeah, it's about community. Other people might have a different view. They might be here just to try to make a buck, but good luck when if you can get up there in the millions subscribers. That's where you'll make some money that's worthwhile. But I know it's a milestone to get monetized, but it takes a lot to make a lot, So I wish anyone luck. It's like if I get there, I get there. If I don't, no big deal. I'm still going to create content. Although I'm going to say this, that the creators of the TalkPod walkie-talkie was patient with me. I know it took more time for me to make a video, the first review, part 1 or whatever, of the TalkPod 836 Plus. It took me longer to put that video out than it did for them to send the radio to me. But I have to give them credit that they were patient enough, and I'm sure that they had other channels that they asked to review that radio. So here's hoping that they'll be on top of it. They sent me an email and they said they liked the video that I did. They liked the honesty, and that they were going to look into the problems that I addressed, which was mainly the battery life and the little door that hides the microphone and charge plug. Silly thing. Just a minute. I'll show you again. Yeah. There's definitely better ways to make money. Probably more. And these days, if you can make a little change on the side, boy, it really does make a difference in the end. Okay, so what I was talking about was this door on the side was driving me crazy because, see, I just barely touched it. This silly thing was popping loose. So what I should have done, and I might respond to their email, but they were very happy with the review. What I would do if I was them, you see these two holes. That's where you can plug the programming cable in or a hand microphone. What I would do if I was them is this plastic right here. I would make two little nubs that fit inside of these holes. Okay. They don't have to be hard plastic. They have to be just enough to sit in there. What that would do is offer a way for that door to stay closed. See, now it wants to stay closed. But as soon as I touch the silly thing, because when you hold the radio, your thumb, even if you're left-handed, your fingers are touching that plastic cover. If you're right-handed, your thumb is touching that. And the problem is, the silly thing just, it flops around. So that's one thing they said they were going to address. And of course, the battery life of this radio when it sits in the charger, for some reason, it just sucks the battery dry, even after a full charge. And none of my other radios were doing that. So that was two things they said in their email they were going to address on this radio. So let's hope they stick to it. And I think that they have a good product, but it's just some bugs that they need to work out. And I saw one that looked a whole lot like this, except it was basically an Android device, and you could talk over. It's pretty much like using Zello or Facebook Messenger, except that when you're talking on it, you have to use the push to talk button. But it's an Android operating system on a radio. So you talk through the internet, or you can talk through your Wi-Fi and on a radio rather than your cell phone. So basically, it's just like it's a internet controlled, not controlled, but internet radio, so that you can communicate with your friends or family or whatever. But it's in a radio form factor. Well, I thought that was pretty cool. But enough of that. We'll just put this back here. Now I'll add to the battery charger, the drop-in charger. Way it's really weird. Yeah, sorry about that, Carol. I'm going to look. Let me turn the light on. Let's see if I can get this light on without breaking my neck. Oh. Well, I just want you to look at what this cat's doing. So there she is. Let's see. Right there. So I guess she got tired of Dark Paw. She got tired of Dark Paw aggravating her. She got up high. Not like he can't jump up there too. I had Hey, Josh. Welcome in. Good evening to you. Yeah, Josh, how's that? How's the baby doing? We can't. This. I figure we'd be away from this where we have to keep turning on and off the heat, but it seems like 54 degrees in here. We'll wait for it to come up. I want to put it on eco mode. Yeah, I didn't want to have to hear the thing making all that noise, but cool, good. Yeah, been a while since I had to raise any kids, but babies are fun. I don't care what anybody says. Babies are fun. I'm not sure. Uh, Not sure if Randy's going to be able to make it back on or not. He may really be having some issues with the internet there. I could totally understand having internet issues if we lived way the heck out there, but we're not that far out. Absolutely. We're only about 3.5, maybe 4 miles from the main hub, so there's really no reason why anybody should have bad internet out here, just other than the fact that they just don't care. There's going to be on Storms, Radios, and Cats, there will be quite a bit more videos of radios and other radio related stuff. I'm going to try not to bore you all if you're not interested. Um, there could you could go over to the Storms weather cam and watch watch the Valley live. I'm going to start carrying that during the day, and of course, there's no point in excuse me running the weather cam at night because I mean, let's face it, there's nothing to see at night here except a couple of lights. But I'm going to cover more aspects of radio like operation, installation, different radio modes, and might even do some live um, examples, I guess, if you call it, or demonstrations of different radios that I have in my arsenal here. Try to show the differences, and maybe someone could come away with new information that would help them. They might decide they want a radio. Yeah, that would be cool, Carol. Uh, if if she needs more, if she needs more, I guess more subs and more exposure, then let me see. Pull this up. Hopefully, I'm not going to get echo. Okay, no, I muted it. See, Josh, I don't know why you're not a mod here, but you are now. So if you want to drop the link for her channel, you're more than welcome to. And what I'll do is I'll come back, I'll get her link, and then I'll post in my community tab and try to get her some support, get her some more subs and stuff if you think it would help. There's no problem, Josh. No problem at all. And that's what I'm here for. I'm just, radio and YouTube is my hobby, but one of the things that spins off of that hobby is supporting people. So I have no problem sharing people's channels out. I do it quite often on my community page. So y'all keep that in mind. I may not say a lot in the messenger chats, but you can always check my community page. I tend to put stuff there because it's quick. All righty. Thank you, Josh. Let's see. I'll go over to the YouTube version of it. Use YouTube side here. I just dang Cowboy Kent Rollins showing old fashioned biscuits and gravy. I just saw that in my feed. Oh, dang it. It's going to make me hungry again. I'll be bad as CR. Making trips to the kitchen. Okay, let's see now. Y'all just bear with me just for a second. All right, yeah, we got her done. We got her done and all. Um, I'll refresh that here in a few days, Josh, and I'll repost again her link in my community page. Sometimes you just have to do it a lot. But yeah, I use my community page a lot, and usually for promoting other people's channels. And so yeah, no problem, Josh. Anytime. I just looked at the weather cam. I really wish more people would put Christmas lights up on the street. It would be cool to be able to pull up the weather cam, look at it, and see all those colorful lights rather than just black. What can I say? I live in a valley, and it's just the only lights you see are aircraft and the occasional car going up the road, the neighbors security lights. That's it. So all you're seeing is about 5 or 6 little dots on that camera at night. Would be cool if a deer would bounce around out there once in a while, but yeah, no such luck. I see. I just slipped my mind. Wow. So I saw Laura posting a little bit too. Brittany's life. Good evening to you. Welcome in. Hedgehog's Homestead. They're really coming along on their homestead, doing a really good job, doing a lot of stuff. But kind of miss seeing Laura and Chris on lives, whatnot. Yeah, good evening to John Eagle too. Hello. See some new faces coming in here. That's cool. Oh, Becca shared me out. Cool. Very cool. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, Bob. I know it's yeah. Yeah. Carol said turn a light on, Bob, in your basement. You don't need to be tripping over sheet metal or anything. Brittany's life. Where you don't have to say exactly, but just state would be fine. Where are you at? What state are you in? John Eagle, where are you at, bud? Oh, Bob, speaking of candles, dude. Oh, look, y'all are not going to believe this happened today because I'm not believing it myself. All right, all right. Brittany's over in Alabama. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, good friend, Tennessee. Not Tennessee. Dang it. Homestead Aquarius is down that way. Yeah. John Eagles headed to bed. Stopped by. Becca sent you. Awesome. South Carolina. We're practically neighbors. That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping in. I really do. And I appreciate Becca for sharing me out. She's crafty like that. Yeah, Bob said he put a candle in the window. I had a little situation with a candle today, and it's not a candle like a wax candle that you light with a lighter or a match. No, let me just show you just here in a second. Here, I'm gonna go get it. Matter of fact, just to give you context, back here in the dark is a shelf, and on that shelf, on one of those shelves, there's a battery powered LED candle that you have to screw the bulb down to make it light up, right? I had just been to that shelf. I put one of the walkie-talkies back on the shelf, and I went outside to do something. It only took me a couple minutes, and I came back in, and that candle was lit. I'm not saying my place is haunted, but these don't. You can only turn it on. I'll show you. You can't turn it on just by mental telepathy. I don't know. Maybe you could, but stranger things have happened. But this candle takes batteries. I may have took it apart wrong. Yes, I did. So you basically have to. So here's your batteries. So the bulb is threaded, and to turn it on and off, you basically just twist the silly thing down until it lights up. It's just a Christmas window type decoration. I came back in the house, and this thing was lit up on that shelf back there. I said, "The heck's going on here?" Exactly, Bob. That is creepy. Uh, like I said, you got to twist it to turn it on, and it was lit up, and it was twisted all the way down to where it stops. Yeah, I don't even know where this light came from. To be honest with you, I just found it up in the shelf, and I said, "Well, I'm going to try it out, and see if it works." Maybe it was in the shelf because it's cursed. Maybe it's haunted or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's a creepy thing that happened today. I kid you not. So we're just gonna put the haunted candle back up here on the shelf, and maybe it won't come back on again on its own. I just know I was only outside for a couple of minutes, and I came back in, and the silly thing was lit up. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I think John Eagle had to get out of there. He was going to go to bed, but he Becca Becca sent him up here along with along with Brittany's life. That's another channel y'all, if you're into crafting or artsy stuff, you might want to check out Create with Becca. And let me see if I can get her link for you all. They took my they. I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but they took the links or channels. They took the channels button away for some reason. No clue. And now it takes me even longer to find someone's. Now I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. And flies bugging the hell out of me. So if you like art and you like to craft and whatnot, check out Create with Becca. She's a lot of fun. It's okay. It's okay. Tennessee Bushcrafter, good evening to you. Because maybe he's afraid of this valley. We got these redneck badasses here. Just kidding. My neighbors are awesome. What part of Kentucky did you go to, if I could be so nosy, Bushcrafter? The inquiring minds want to know. Mrs. is cooking up a storm. I was going to make a big meal tonight. Once again, I was just like, I don't, I like cooking for a bunch of people. I don't like just cooking for myself. Yeah, well, I mean, that's awesome, man. That's the way to do it. Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, Carol. Um, yeah. Several hours away, a couple hours away at least. All right. Let's see if this works for you or not, Sir Randall. Just see a white box with your name. There he is. There he is. What say you, neighbor?
I don't know. I hope I've got it straightened out. I don't know. I had to I had to restart it and do some other crap, but I don't know Let's see.
Did you get a Windows update?
If it don't, it don't. Not here in the last little bit, no.
Okay, because I got
Same.
one the other day and it's. I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't. Where it tells you to go through the, I said remind me later.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't complete it.
Well, I went ahead. I didn't even know it was going on because last I checked, I had that turned off. But
Mhm.
I guess 11 has got it where it just comes on when it feels like it. And the
Uh,
other day, yeah. So like the other day, I was trying to do a video. Well, the video for the Talk Pod, and the reason I couldn't edit that was because it had screwed up my software. So
yeah.
I'm real close to going back to Linux because of this nonsense. I mean, it's
Way behind at you there, bushcrafter. Yeah, I don't know. It's one thing. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Seems like it's running decently than it was before, so we'll have to see.
yeah. Did you see the part I just talked about a few minutes ago about the candle lighting up on its own?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I've got one of these Christmas decoration candles that runs off battery. It's got 3 LEDs,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on the shelf back here.
Yeah.
I had just set that walkie-talkie back up on the shelf back there, and I walked outside, did something out there for about 5 minutes, and I came back in, and that freaking thing was lit up all by itself. The only way you could do that is to twist that thing all the way down till it comes on. I was just telling them. I came back in and the silly thing was lit up.
I don't know. You check or make sure everything was. Could it not get power? Could it not get power otherwise? I mean,
Well, because the only way to turn it on and off is to twist the bulb up and down. When you twist it down, it was down snug.
Was the bulb on there loose or?
I turned it up when last time I used it, because it doesn't put out much light, so it's not a good flashlight. But
yeah,
it was loose, almost to the point where you could take it off. When I came in, it was screwed all the way down. No way anybody could have been in and out of my house that quick because I was by the back door. And, you can't use my front door, so I don't know. Could have been maybe a cats have figured out how to use both paws and twist it on, but
so
maybe it's haunted. I don't even know where it came.
What you're telling me is as far as you know, the bulb was loose, but when you come back in there, it was tightened back down.
Yeah, it's tightened back down and lit up. Yep.
You sure you sure it was loose, or did you just not check it before you left? I'm trying to ascertain what.
Oh, because it was a few days ago that I messed with it because that was when I started rearranging the living room.
Yeah.
And when I threw it in the box, I noticed that it lit up. So I reached down in there and I twisted a little bit further out because if you go too far, it comes completely out. That's where you change the batteries. And so it had to be physically tightened down to make it light up like that. I don't know.
Well, the reason why I'm asking all these questions because I'm not one to jump, the gun right off the bat, on things like that. I try to see every different. And as Sherlock Holmes always said, whatever answer is improbable has got to be the reason. And that's how I like going about things with paranormal stuff. Anyway,
Yeah,
I would say probably, it could be something to it because you know more about it, that situation there than I do. So you tell me it's loose and it couldn't, it was me. So there you go.
Sent you a text, Chris. I don't know. I don't know. Have a good night. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. I always appreciate having you in here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll show it to you. I'll go get it. About halfway getting a headache. I don't know what that's all about, but I make myself big. Take that off of there. Over here, bigify it. So, yeah, I'm doing that to it right there, and you can see the gap.
Yeah, I see it. Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that right there. It's not lighting up, but now if I twist it all the way down.
Okay, I can see. Yeah.
Now I could see if it was partially because right there, but this was like somebody twisted it all the way down. There was no gap. I'm like, okay, how do you do that without someone touching it? So
you can't physically, really. You may have something there. It's stranger things have happened. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't even know where this candle came from. It was up in a cabinet, and I just took it out and put batteries in it. So, silly thing works. Really nothing special about it. It surely isn't going to light your way through the house.
Unless you're holding some kind of vigil for somebody.
Yeah.
What's that dummy running through the woods with a candle in his hand? I don't know. he got a new candle and he's trying it out.
Yeah.
I don't know, Barry. Stranger things have happened. I've had a situation like that before, and you kind of scratch your head at,
Oh.
Yep.
The cats did it. Okay, let me get this off my phone. Luckily, I've got an app that is tied to my laptop. So just takes a minute to do it. It says my phone is disconnected from my laptop.
So, have you been supporting any favorite YouTubers? That's what your title says.
Yeah, every one of them. As much as I can. I mean, there's only so many hours in a day. I see Becca sending people over. She sent a couple people over to watch, so I'm assuming that where I support her channel, and I always make the joke that I'm only there at her channel because that's where the ladies are. So I'm going to see if I can get this off my phone. Save as. Yeah, this is a nice app to have. It works with Android and Microsoft, and it allows you to browse pictures and things off of your phone using your laptop. And I can also make calls using my laptop. It ties in with my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And Tennessee Bushcrafter just sent me a picture, and I'm able to get it out of my phone without having to hook my phone up to the laptop. So it saves a lot of time. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm all over the place, but yeah,
Well, I don't have the patience for all that. So I can't. I might drop in every once in a while on somebody, but you know.
yeah. Well, mine's mainly on the Wi-Fi, Chris, which I find is a lot faster than the Bluetooth a lot of times. So let me present this. Um, Darn it. There it is. 1,000 pieces puzzle, Star Wars Fine Art Collection. That is cool. Yeah, man. See if we can bring it up just a little bit closer. Star Wars theme is playing in my head right now, Chris. Gonna make a custom light colored pine frame to go around that pick. Cool. Very, very cool. Botulism toxin powers things. Yeah. Well, that's gonna look really nice, Chris. That's a good idea. You know, R2D2 is the real star of the show.
I didn't ever care for too much. I've got them all, but I just don't really care too much about Star Wars. Yeah, after you know, I got every movie, but with one exception of the new crap, I don't have none of them.
Like I lost track, you know.
But I never was a large fan of Star Wars. And Star Trek, this new crap, Discovery, that's the most crappiest, stupidest series. I'm glad it's can't go on. I'm glad it's canceled. I'm glad. It's too woke. completely stupid in every imaginable sense.
Because most of
Ruined the
original,
franchise, in my opinion. Ruined it.
let's see, Gene Roddenberry's
It's
no
just
longer with us.
the way the show is a stupid. No, it's just a stupid script. Writers, they just woke it all to pieces and just shot it all to hell. Now, the Strange New World now is pretty good, exception of one episode. One episode was the most stupidest episode. I couldn't watch it. It was just so stupid. It was a musical.
A musical.
A musical.
For Star Trek?
Yes.
What?
It was so stupid. I have never. I said right then, boy, if they don't, whoever wrote that script, if they don't kick him out, it's going to bust them too. And I'm for the old Star Trek, and the Next Generation was okay. Enterprise was pretty damn good. I liked the Enterprise. And Deep Space Nine was pretty good.
I couldn't get into that one. I don't know why.
Voyager sucks. Voyager blows chunks, in my opinion. But this new shit coming out, Discovery. Oh my God! I haven't watched. I watched one episode when it very first come on, and I said right there, and I've wasted 30 minutes of my damn life watching this thing show because I wanted to see what it was, well, the hoopla was about, and I already heard a lot of people talking about it sucked, and I said, well, I'm not going to go by their opinion. I'm going to see for myself because I'm a pretty damn good judge of that stuff. And oh my God, it was even worse than I even. And I was right because they're canceling it. Golly, I'm telling you, if you ever watch it, if you've not watched an episode of it, you have not missed anything. I wouldn't want to ruin you.
Chris can vouch for this, and he may have a different opinion about it, and that's fine. But like World of Warcraft, the expansion where they went to the afterlife, basically, just took the game in a completely weird ass direction, where it was no longer like a medieval kind of feel to it, to like this weird afterlife spacey thing. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then they had another one, and now the latest one, I can't think of its name, the latest one is going back to what the original storyline was, because this whole thing, this whole World of Warcraft from the beginning to what we're at now is a story. And every time they put a new expansion out, that's another chapter or another book added to the story. And the last two were just so bad. I said, where are they going with this? Souls being sucked out of the nether and turned into, armies, and they're slowly getting back. They're slowly getting back to the original storyline, but it just and they don't have the same people working for Blizzard now. A lot of the original writers and developers aren't there anymore. I think they might have a few, but they're the ones that have taken the storyline, blown it out of proportion. So I kind of think that is what we're experiencing with a lot of the other, TV shows and movies and things, is that you have new writers, but they don't have a feel for, because they're too young. They don't have that feel for what it was when you and I were growing up watching those shows.
Well,
that's my opinion.
That's a little bit of it, but the ones who wrote Discovery hadn't even watched, wasn't even a Star Trek fan. How can you be how can you write for something if you're not a fan of it to start with?
Yeah. And of course, we don't have Gene Roddenberry anymore to fall back on, because that was his. That was his baby. Worlds
now, outside of that one episode, now I've not got the chance to watch them all yet, but outside of that one episode, man, God, that was the most stupidest damn.
And I have a really hard time when they take a classic movie that people in our age group grew up with, and we remember that movie being what it was, and that was great to us. And then they take and they go, oh, well, we're going to make it for this new generation, and they completely just foobar the whole thing. And you're going, what the hell did I just pay to watch? What was that mess? Because they always
even Picard, Star Trek Picard, I didn't care much for it. It brought back. It brought back a few things from the original series, but all in all, it didn't. I didn't care for it. A lot of people did, but I didn't.
So, for myself personally, I'll admit that part of me is still stuck back when things were a whole lot simpler, and movies were, in my book, the movies were and the TV shows were entertainment. They were very entertaining for what they were. And I could still go back to this day. I still go back to Star Trek all the way back to the beginning and still enjoy it. But I can't say that about the new stuff.
Well, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies that come out here lately, they were okay, but they was completely you got to get into the storyline of that, because it's a different universe. It's hard to explain on here, but I didn't care much for them. Simply the fact is just the characters they had, the ones they had playing the characters just didn't fit the characters they was playing. It just didn't catch you. I have them. I got them. I got the movies on DVD, but I don't know. They just butcher everything here lately. Why not movies and TV shows? Why not? They've even butchered Star Wars bad. These last few movies that come out, stupid. When they killed off Han Solo, which I can see them doing that, but it's the way they done it. Which Harrison Ford wasn't going to come back. he had no intention really of coming back to play that role, but the only way he would come back is if they would kill him off in a special way. And that's what they done. But your Indiana Jones, that's Harrison Ford's baby. He's the only one that can play Indiana Jones. They couldn't get nobody else to play that role. But yeah, if you ever want to waste a good portion of your life, just watch if you can make it through 2 seasons of Discovery, you're better than I am. I couldn't even make it through 1 episode of it.
I was hoping I could find the theater that I watched Star Wars in when it first came out. But I think it's where I haven't been in Cleveland for so long that things I know where it's at, but it doesn't look like it did when I was a kid because obviously they've renovated.
I didn't watch the movies.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out in theaters, but Mom and Dad like sprung it on us, I think I might have found it.
But yeah, Yeah, we can't have it exactly as we want it anyway, it's I guess.
Reading tonight, a 48-year-old woman came down with fibromyalgia after having her gallbladder removed. Could explain the rise in fibros since so many women's gallbladders have been removed. Yeah.
I had a doctor tell me about that gallbladder thing, which I had mine taken out. That was the worst thing you could have done. My family doctor told me that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. He said, she said you shouldn't have had it removed. But it was that one doctor, and they wanted that money.
Oh, yeah, of course.
There's chances that there's a lot of circumstances that there's no other choice but to have it moved. But I would explore all my other options before I done it. I wouldn't just go take the word on it. I'd get 2 or 3 different opinions on it and go from there. I wouldn't just go under the knife because one of them said so.
Look at that old place now. That's where I watched it. Very first Star Wars when it first came out. It doesn't look very big, does it?
That's how they were back then. They didn't have to be that big,
Yeah. They only had 2 screens in that theater. Doesn't look like it would have enough room for that, but it's much bigger in the back, obviously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, it was ungodly loud in there.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm pretty sure I didn't watch it in theaters. I've seen it. I watched it on VHS. I'm thinking. I'm what to think on that one. I might be even telling you wrong. I may have watched it in the theaters. I'm not really sure because that's been back. Maybe not. I may not have watched it in the theaters because I would have remembered something like that. Yeah, we can't have it perfect, I guess. Anyway, they're going to find some way of screwing things up one way or another. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. That's Dark Paw and I were sitting on the couch watching a movie, and he climbed up on my. I was sitting on the couch, but I had the chair that I'm sitting in right now uh, in front of me, turned sideways so that I could prop my legs across it. And then he decided, oh, I'm going to watch this movie with Dad. And he got on my lap and watched the movie with me until he fell asleep. And by then, my legs were like they were going to sleep too, and I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling when your legs go to sleep. And so I had to move him. He wasn't very happy about that.
yeah, I got to. You talking about the YouTubers and stuff? I got my video off my camcorder, and I probably one day this week I'm gonna work it up and get it on my paranormal site and get that out of the way. I deleted the other one I had on there because I didn't want to even fool with it. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I'll just stick it out there and see what happens with it.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works. You try different things out until you strike on that one that seems to make the big difference and
Yeah,
get the most.
I just put things up. I just put things up because I want to. What my experiences, and if we don't G with other people, then that's fine. But that's the way it goes.
Yeah, buddy. So he likes action movies. As long as there's action going on, he seems like he's looking at it. I don't know if he understands what's going on, but as long as there's something moving on the screen, he seems interested. But the slow parts is when Darkpaw just fell asleep.
As much as I love my cats, there's no way I could stand it. Them cats around me like that. And two, they're not gonna sit there that long. They'll get up on their own. Only got two. Oh, I got two cats that'll stay right next to me. And half the time, it depends on what kind of mood they're in. They don't even do that. Depends on what kind of mood.
Oh, it's getting chilly, Randy. It's getting chilly.
Yeah, well, ain't too bad in there right now. I'm sure it's getting cool outside.
Oh, it's
Um,
manageable in here. Just
I got this drape across this a green screen thing across there. It's kind of somehow though that's kind of helping things for some reason. But I sure as hell ain't gonna leave it up.
yeah.
What are you doing with that? I'm just you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna switch a background like summertime, warm weather.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
maybe it'll heat the house. Or I might
And
just
then
put a fireplace in the back. A fireplace picture.
fireplace video.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I haven't messed with that yet. There's a way to put a moving background, a video background on StreamYard.
Yeah, it taxes your computer though.
Yeah, well, I'd say it probably does.
Oh yeah, it does. That's right.
I was going to do Streamlabs tonight, but I couldn't. I didn't. I was in someone else's live before mine. I was trying to drum up that new channel, some subscribers, and then time got away from me. And I said I got to get out of here at 9 p.m., which I did, but I didn't have enough time. It really would have taken me a couple hours to get used to the Streamlabs, see how it works. But last time I tried Streamlabs, it took so much resources that I just could not get it. I think I uninstalled it last time I tried it. But a lot of people have been having some issues with StreamYard, so I don't know. The only issues I've had with StreamYard was just occasionally it wouldn't have that begin stream button up at the right hand corner, and I would just reload the page and it would be there.
Yeah.
Well, it might. I've seen some people be able to use it. Other people are just like, it was so laggy and they couldn't get anything to come up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Carol, you got to admit, little Dark Paw there, even with this messed up ear, he's a handsome cat.
72 is 13-2 to 79,000 information India.
Come on. Yeah, there we go. Let's see.
5 to send to 8,000 572.
So it's more of just having problems with your laptop than it is actually StreamYard. I've been trying to help Michelle Mitten prepper with hers. I'm not sure why she wasn't able to get hers to share the. What she wants to do is bring up the comment picker so that she can she can show that she's picking out a winner for her giveaways.
Nope, I can't use that.
Yeah. So what I may try to do is just make a video of it, the steps to go through it. And if that doesn't work, maybe she can call me and I'll try to talk her through whatever's going on with her computer there. Scabby on her nose. Yeah, he doesn't have it though, but he's got a weird, like, part of his nose is black where his coloring is. So he has a third of a mustache. Got a fine looking goatee going there, but his mustache is all over the place. I like that background. That's Perk Co. I wonder.
It's better than the one I was going to put up there. I was going to put one up there. I wouldn't think that would be in my best interest. But to put that one up
Well,
there. Not about YouTube or anything. I could care less about what YouTube or StreamYard thinks. But the person I got to live with. I was thinking to put one girls, type in girls on the beach. And I said,
okay.
Girls on the beach. No, I can't. That's as tempting as it is, it's not going to happen because.
So, yeah. Let me, let's see. I'll stop sharing that. Take the handsome cat off there, and we'll just, let's see. Excuse me. I can't figure out why. Oh, okay. I see why. Close that out.
But of course, if somebody wants to say, I mean, it won't take me but a second to get it back.
So I'm sure that will get you in trouble.
No. Would not even touch it. Wouldn't even face it. That's nothing.
The model is real. It's just that they used computer drafting or whatever to makes it look more epic.
No, that would even touch what I was looking at.
Is it even showing it?
Yeah, it's showing.
Because I had to close my StreamYard. I had to minimize StreamYard just to show it, but okay, now it's back on there. But now we've got multiples of us.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is get you in trouble.
But I don't read. No, I don't care about that. Trouble.
But yeah, she could guard.
I'm trying to get something kind of summary.
Yeah.
I was wanting to get something summary, you know. No, that's too summary. So what I was looking at was too summary. It was like yeah.
Dana, how you doing, Dana?
Hey,
sorry, neighbor.
I could draw a lot of people to your channel there. There's that picture. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do to my channel. I'm gonna have it up on my channel next time, my next stream. Yep. It's not
what's that now?
Bathing suit babes. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I wanted to put as like because you could put a background on StreamYard itself. So it would show up in the background, and you'd have everybody's video window. I like old places like that, the old castles and the fortresses and things like that.
I'm not in
having-
hell, Carol. I don't know why you'd even think that. It's a damn fireplace. Let me look my see.
It's a kind of fireplace you see in this castle here, or this fortress. I mean,
Yeah, hey, it matches the castle. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we're doing good. We're doing good, Dana. Doing really good. How are you doing? It's another good crafter right there.
I'm splendid. I'm splendid. I'm in hell right now, according to Carl.
Hey, Sheena. Good
I'm
evening
out
to you,
changing.
Sheena.
Wow, I can't. That come out of left field.
Yeah.
I'm
I want
used to
her to go.
people poking at me. Yeah.
That I'd like to have. I would like to
won't
have
even.
that. I want that brunette right there to guard my house. Oh, thank you, Sheena. I appreciate that. See, that's what it's all about right there. Networking and mingling and sharing people out, pimping each other out. Yeah, Bob, that's what I was thinking. Hot
I don't want
bodyguard.
nobody.
Right there. Well, yeah, see, it's okay to pimp yourself out, neighbor. It's perfectly okay these days.
I don't think it would look good, too good on you. You'd be like, what's he doing? Beep, dip, doo.
I'm not too, Carol, you know me pretty well. My neighbor does as well. I've heard it all. It's nothing I don't think anybody could say these days that would set me off anymore. It's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. If you're picking on me, that means you're leaving someone else alone. That's how I look at it. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. That's the best you got,
Let's see.
Yep. Sometimes I wonder
Teach
that,
y'all a
Carol,
lesson.
Sometimes I wonder.
I'm going to teach you all a lesson.
I'll teach you all a lesson.
That's cool. I'm going to teach you all a lesson. Make a lot of you jealous. I'm going to fix to make a lot of you jealous.
You think they're worried about it? You think this bunch is worried about it?
But they will be by the time I show them this. No, I better not, because it's Barry's live. I better not do it. Never mind. I had to catch myself, so I won't do it.
No. Appreciate it.
It wasn't dirty, but it was.
Oh well, I mean,
I was gonna make them jealous.
Oh Lord, I was looking at photos. That was something I was going to show, but I have like 1 million photos on my hard drive, and I'll be damned if any. I don't even know what half of it is. To be honest with you.
Oh, let's see.
What's going on?
Scrappy
You know?
girl Dana Yates. Yeah. Hello. Well, I'm at your channel there. Okay. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Barry.
There's Sheena's other channel right there.
Oh, okay.
Carol said no flashing, Randall.
Mhm.
No, Carol, it would make you blush. You'd go into hiding for the next 6 months if I brought that picture out. You'd shut your channel down for 6 months. It wouldn't be nothing dirty or anything, but it's just a beach scene. Now, whether it was real or not, I don't know whether it was real or not, but it looked real.
Well, that's the thing. You know, some of this art is so realistic that you would know whether it was real or not. You know, unless they specifically said, "Well, this is computer generated." The photo
because it was showed their face, showed this person's face. I don't know if I would get in trouble by showing that person's face on there or not. I don't know how they would.
But you know, it's like the.
I don't care about getting in trouble on YouTube.
Nothing wrong with a beach
There's
scene.
A lot of stuff out there. No.
But just like the warrior brunette that I showed just a few minutes ago, that was, you know, it was based on a real picture, but they used computers to add the armor and everything to her and just touch her up so she looked, you know, no woman's skin is that perfect. I'm sorry.
That's a fact.
Just like no man's skin is that perfect either. So, but it made it more pleasing to the eye. So, yeah, that's right. Test your radio by blowing into the microphone. Good job.
Yeah, Sheena, I watched your live the other day when you're out there selling all kinds of stuff. You got a lot of stuff going on over there, girl. Wow.
Yeah, Sheena, that was my husky, Nikita. Somebody had abandoned her on the parkway in southern Kentucky. A beautiful dog. You know, people get huskies, they don't realize what they're getting into.
That's a fact. A good friend of mine had one of those, and they like to run. You give them an inch, and they're gone. They'll take off. You know.
Well, we put ads up and talked to several of the vets and everything around Hazard, and nobody came forward. So I'm guessing that somebody just dropped her. And well, I was fine with that.
How long did you have her?
A couple of years.
Right on.
Had her up here, and I'm guessing someone, according to the vet, because I had to tell the vet over the phone, and they wanted a certain amount of money just to look at her and say, yeah, but according to what they said, look at her gums. They're white, and she's been poisoned. And sure enough, they were white. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're serious?
Yep. She didn't bother anybody. You know, Scoopy's all get out, but most huskies are.
Lord almighty. What is wrong with people? I could see a vicious dog taking it down, but Yeah. Yeah. That's just great. Yeah. Yeah. People are wonderful, aren't they? Some people are.
Yeah. I'm not sure. You know, when I first moved to Kentucky, I had another husky then, and I raised her from a pup, and she was the sweetest thing there ever was, and still goofy as most huskies are. I had two twins. I don't know if Randy heard of them before. They lived in the Kings Mountain area. They were called the Gooch twins, and they were a-holes. And first thing come out of their mouth when I was walking her out to her run at a place where she could be tied up and run back and forth, whatnot. You got a permit to keep that wolf? I said, what wolf? The one right there on the leash. I said, that ain't no wolf. That's a Siberian husky. You would do good to learn the difference between a wolf and a husky. Oh, no, that's a wolf. You better have a permit because if it bites one of us, you're going to court. And I said, I guarantee she won't bite you unless you're hurting me. I said, but she's not a wolf. She is a Siberian husky, and I got papers to prove it. They went on just pouting and fussing and fuming because they walk to the store every day. And
Something like that. That's all it takes for a moron to come back and do something spiteful.
So this is the second one, but the first one, Dolly, nobody hurt her or anything, and a lot of people just loved her to death, except for the Gooch twins. And she would sass me just like those Siberian Huskies and the Malamutes that you see in the short videos and stuff, where they're sassing their family and stuff. They do that. They really do that. I mean, I would tell her, no, you can't have this chicken, or no, you can't be up on the couch like that. And just
yeah.
She was they're a lot of fun, but they're not for everybody. Yeah. But so yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go back to having a dog in general. I know at this point another husky would be out of the question unless he or she was not pure breed, because the first two I had were pure breed, but those are expensive, and I was just lucky that someone gave me the first one as a pup, and she was a birthday present. So from a family member. It's funny because when you raise them, if you got them as a puppy, people can't keep their hands off of them because they're so freaking cute when they grow up. When they're little pups, they're just so much fun. Just a big ball of goofiness. And when they get older, people who aren't in the know are like, "Oh, you got a wolf! You need a permit to keep that." No, you need to learn the difference.
Anyone can see that's not a wolf.
You could tell by the size and everything that
Everything is different. Yeah. Just similar color. That's all.
Yeah, well,
Do you think it was those guys who did that to your dog?
No, because they would have had to come all the way out to Houstonville, and I'm pretty sure both of them are so old they probably aren't walking in the store anymore.
Okay.
I don't even know what's become of them. Randy can vouch for me. Kings Mountain was, and probably still is, a pretty roughneck area. I'm sure he had to run to Kings Mountain several times as EMS or fire.
Okay.
He probably regretted it, or probably dreaded it, didn't you, Randy?
Oh, yeah, he did. He was a bad boy. 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 He
I guess we
Nah.
lost.
I've made a few roundups. I've made a few runs out that way.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what that, what the family was thinking, other than just wanting to offload that house on us. But they could have warned me that that neighborhood was like that. That town was just full of bricks, basically. And the law was never out there unless it was somebody got shot. Kind of like where we're at now. Yeah, just some people aren't educated enough to understand what the difference between a wolf and a husky. It's just like it is, people are like that.
Yeah,
One
that's
day,
a fact.
A lot of idiots out there.
I would like to go to the wolf sanctuary here in Kentucky. If I had the money, I would donate to them because what they're doing is good work. Rescuing wolves and they'll heal if they've been hurt. They'll heal them, bring them back to full health if they can. Some earn a residence right there at the sanctuary, but some get turned loose back into the wild. And I just think the world of what they're doing. I think what they're doing is good work. I would love to go out there because they have some that you can actually get up close to and pet.
I believe I mentioned this before, but it is a fact that gray wolves are making a comeback here in Washington State. I saw
Yeah.
that one, but that was a slightly different subspecies of the gray wolves called a coastal gray wolf. But I looked into it through Google and YouTube, and in the northeast part of Washington State, there's a great many of them. They were not introduced. They just came on their own out of Canada, and some of the ranchers up there are losing livestock to them. They're just doing what they do. They are scary. Wow, scary, 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 man.
My neighbor in front of me messaged me on Facebook Messenger. He said a big coyote just walked up towards your house, and I said okay because I thought I heard something up there in the woods.
Oh.
I told Randy, I guess a day or two after that, I said, yeah, keep your eyes out because there's one that's been I guess he just strolled right up the driveway like, nobody was going to stop. Well, I wasn't going to stop him because I didn't have anything to stop him with, but hey, Gardening Warrior Q, how you doing, Q?
Hey, Q. Yeah, I was carpooling with a fella, and I dropped him off one night at his house, and I was going to head home, and this Rottweiler down on the corner from his house, the Rottweiler was in behind chain link, and that Rottweiler was going nuts. This coyote walked right by that Rottweiler and he didn't even pay any attention to that great big Rottweiler. Didn't even look at him. It's like, yeah, he had that attitude. You can, how a dog struts when they've got attitude.
Yeah.
That coyote was just strutting along like, yeah, go ahead and come through the fence. I'll take care of you. I'll eat you also. And I'm like, wow, man, he was big. Wow, those things get big. Coyotes, they'll make a snack out of your cats, Barry. But you already know that.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's called Refuge Ridge. And I'm going to share the website in here just a second after it loads. Let me just close these pictures out. And I got too much stuff opened up here. Now look at that face. How can you it's like I know that they're predators and stuff, but man, it just looks
they have
like
their place.
it just looks like it wants to. One of the most effective things that we can do to help the planet is to change our actions. By choosing reusable whenever possible, we can have a startling effect on our footprint. Reusable water bottles, travel mugs, shopping bags, and even straws all drastically reduce the amount of trash created on a daily basis and are simple enough even I managed to implement them. So it's mostly volunteer work, but they do accept like donations and things like that.
I'm sure
This
they do.
is
Probably, who founded that bunch? Or they
I'm not sure.
group
I
that
don't know. That one, oh, just looks goofy. Our wolf dog. So you want a wolf dog? Let's see what this has to say, because I'm sure it's going to be. Oh wow! Look at that one. Damn. There's a vast difference between a wolf and a husky. I don't know how anybody could confuse the two.
Well, those fellows must have missed that day in school. They were absent that day.
Probably.
I'm being kind.
Probably spent most of their time in the principal's office.
Could be. Wish they had a couple of wolves around here to clean up the coyotes and the opossums, put their number in check. There's a lot of them around here. Wow. Maybe that bobcat can come around here, clean them up when they're younger. Yeah, see that Lucy? You can tell when you see a wolf in the wild, that is not a dog. Just look at its build. These things are massive, man.
And their markings are vastly different.
And their legs, especially their legs. They've got some ground clearance on them, man. Yeah.
The Boone looks like it's got Rottweiler in it.
Looks like it.
No results found, huh? Well. Yeah. I can't my budget is not going to work, any kind of dog at this point, but yeah. I don't know. Cats are see, that's a real wolf right there in taking a drink.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wolf there. Beautiful creatures. Just wow, this looks like a dingo.
Sure does.
That dingo ate my baby. Let's see. So here's some coyotes. Well, great. Thank you, Ollies.
Around your neighborhood lately, you are not alone. CBS 8's Shannon Handy is working for you to find out why and what to do if you come face to face with one.
Just a couple weeks ago, I saw one in my neighborhood. Experts here at Project Wildlife in the county tell me it's typical to see more coyotes during September and October because it's pupping season.
Mhm.
From backyards to residential streets, coyotes appear to be popping up more and more all over San Diego.
Are we seeing more coyotes right now?
It sure seems to be.
Dr. John Nanyart with Project Wildlife tells me it's to be expected this time of year. He explained the ones you're seeing are pups looking for food wherever they can find it.
The coyote pups are typically born in April or May, and this is the time of year when they're starting to disperse and go out on their own.
As for why they seem to be coming so close and in neighborhoods along our coast, Dr. Nanyart says it's a product of encroachment.
We developed around them with these canyons and everything else. And the canyons they can access from
Thank
so far
you.
away. So
Thank you.
I think as we've
That's what
We're
I've
developed
in
been-
there.
and
Yep.
we've had our trash out and our pets out, they've just become accustomed to, hey, there's a food source and it's a pretty easy one. And so they don't have to work too hard to get them.
I reached out to Carl Smith, Assistant Director of E County's Department of Animal Services. He offered the same explanation.
Urban expansion, we've just continued to encroach into their areas that they have typically lived.
That reporter looks like
So
she
they're
would
going to
be
end up
mean.
around people more.
So what should you do if you come across one? The term is called hazing.
Just become bigger than they are. Put your hands up in the air. If you have a jacket on, pull your jacket up over your head. And just get really big and make a lot of noise.
And so we would use things like banging on a pot pan or yelling and making yourself really large.
Both experts advise continue following the coyote while you're hazing it to ensure it actually leaves the area and doesn't wind up in your neighbor's yard. If you have a small pet, pick it up as soon as possible and walk away. And make sure to watch your pet if possible when letting it outside. Finally, have proper fencing, preferably 8 feet high, and clear your yard of any food source such as water, fallen fruit, compost piles, and seeds.
There are measures we can take to kind of keep everyone as safe and healthy as possible.
And we do have those tips on our website. Just go to CBS.
Yeah, she looks like she'd be mean in real life.
Probably. Reporters are not known to be nice, you know.
Oh, no, I know a few that are decent, but no. Carol says San Diego should have Govers to munch on out there, or cartels near the Mexican border. Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. I got you. Yeah.
That's just a little bit different kind of wildlife that's around the San Diego area.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why the possums and the raccoons come into my backyard so much is we don't have a dog. Us and the neighbor next to us on that side where we don't have dogs. Almost everybody else does. And most of the time those raccoons will just go around a place when they smell a dog. They just leave. Unless you leave the dog food outside. Then they're going to come and get it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheena, what you been up to today, girl? No good?
Why is Sheena not up here talking with us? What's up, Sheena?
Maybe she's in her Sheena pajamas.
Sheena Genius? Sheena Jammas? Sheena Jammas?
Sheena Jammas, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been meaning to ask what's her name? Oh, One Woman's Wilderness. I've been meaning to leave a message and ask what breed her dog is. She's got two, and I think she might be. I think one is getting really old, getting up there in years. But she's got a white one, and I'm wondering if it's. husky and something else mixed, but it's a beautiful dog. Wonder.
Yeah, we had a Newfoundland years ago, and she would bring the possums in the house. You know, possum gets scared, it plays dead, and she'd pick it up in her that huge mouth and walk in the house and plop. Thanks a lot, you know. I got to get up and pick it up, throw it outside. She thinks that it's wounded and bringing it to me for help. Like, oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, now I got a mess, you know. She was a good dog, man. Newfies are awesome. Yeah, I don't trust those raccoons. I don't want them around me.
Okay, let me see if I could show this without everyone's tongue falling to the ground and stuff. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes, autoplay. Just gotta love autoplay because you're not ready, but it just starts anyways. Dang it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what breed the white dog is.
Looks like some kind of a shepherd, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, good night, Q. I appreciate what time you were able to spend with us, and we'll catch you on Messenger or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm going to bounce out of here, Barry. Thanks for having me up. Later, Q. Take care out there.
All righty, Bob. Take care over there.
Later.
Like a croaky toad. Oh, you got it bad, don't you, Q? Sorry. All right, Q. Have a good night over there. Hope you feel better. And tomorrow's a new day, my friend. Croaky toad voice, no bueno. Yeah. Yeah, it sounded that way. That last video I shot, review of the TalkBot. I sounded a little bit croaky then. Oh, they don't mean that, because then when they want an answer from you, they're going to be upset because you can't answer them if you lose your voice. Oh, excuse me. I've never been around you, my dear, so I don't see how it could have got you sick. Oh, you seen it pass through the screen? Because, yeah, I don't know if that's a thing yet. I don't think we can pass some kind of viruses. Make it back, Randy.
Yeah, I'm back in here.
See that? Q's trying to blame me for her being sick. Ah, yeah.
Oh, well, keep going.
All righty. How's that, neighbor?
I guess you'll have to get over it then, I guess. If she's sick, take some medicine.
If all else fails, blame a man. Yeah, blame one that's thousands of miles away. That makes a lot of sense, Q.
Well, before they blame me for something, I'd want to know what it is so I can use it on the next person. Because I want to make sure I do it right.
I'll cut a Christmas tree out and stick it to the wall and call it decoration for Christmas.
Yeah, good luck with that Christmas decorations. I got a whole building full and I ain't gonna put out the first damn one.
I got a whole
I've done that right. I can't see the point in it.
Someone
really. I got a bunch of decorations, but I ain't gonna put any out this year.
Someone whose name won't be mentioned left a whole container full of decorations here, but yeah, I mean, I can't see putting them up and then taking them down, and just me here, and who's going to enjoy it?
I've become lazy, and now if I, now while I may say that I won't put any up, then I might wind up putting up a couple, but other than that, I'm not going all out, and I'm most certainly not going to put up no damn Christmas tree. No. I ain't had a Christmas tree up in the house for about 10 years now, or better.
Wow, I saw that video and I didn't think anything about COVID. I'm just going to say it. You don't like it, YouTube, kiss my butt. How else we supposed to explain things? We'll say these words. Let's be like, these channels that have to skate around everything. These people DIED'd or they expired. I'm like, come on, man. Just after the code words.
What we just call it the Wu flu. That'd be appropriate.
That's why I can't watch certain channels anymore. Like I can't watch Grand Supreme News Channel with that one guy because he's been shut down so many times he has to skate around every single word. He has a hard time
That
with
is-
English language anyway, so that makes it even harder. I just can't watch him.
Yeah. This YouTube crap is not important enough to me to worry about that. I'll just, if I don't want to say it, I won't. But, yeah, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I can see if he's monetized and making money off of it, you'd want to be a little bit more careful. But, you know, if that's your livelihood, what have you. But then again, is that really, you know?
All right. Good night, Carol. So that keying up on GMRS, that's I'm pretty sure he used to call Bulldog. He sounds just like him.
Huh.
And be honest with you, his radios, all his GMRS radios sound just like a CB, just like you had a screwdriver in that radio, didn't you?
I don't think I could do too much to it, really.
Well, if you screwed
You know,
with a deviation on it, it's gonna sound bad like that.
yeah.
And you're not supposed to, on FM, you're not supposed to go past a certain point on modulation. It starts to slip off frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I had my radio station running over there in London, there was one song that seemed to pump out the bass. Just finally had to take it out because what it was doing it was overdriving that transmitter, and that transmitter would pop out of stereo, and then you'd flip off to another channel and then come back to the channel it was supposed to be on. Because the deviation was way out of whack, so I took that song out. And I found a better copy of the song, and then brought it back up and took care of the problem. But it was just too hard on the transmitter. It knocked it off frequency every time that bass would hit.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think with people, even with people tries to protect their channel, I believe if they get to a certain point, they're going to do it anyway. If they take a notion to shut somebody down or what have you, just whatever the notion strikes them.
So
I
got
think
modulation
big
or not?
channels.
Let's see if he answers.
Who, me?
No, I'm going to see if this dude will answer. He's just blowing in the mic. Halftime, he keys up. He's got another radio going and getting feedback. And
I must not be hearing it on this channel, on my radio.
WRQC 947. He won't answer nobody. He's strong enough. He should be able to hear me. So you blow into the microphone, but she won't answer. Okay. Got it. Sound like Bogart's old friend.
Yeah, it probably is. Who knows? But I don't know why I didn't hear it.
No bulldog. I'm trolling him. I don't know. He's not.
You put, oh, that's right. You got your radio hooked up to a different antenna, don't you? Or
Well, I don't know.
What
I
was
think that
was you
I
hearing
think
it
the
on
one-
Milwaukee? Or?
I'm on the base, but I think the MXT 115 has got a couple different channels than what the 105
okay,
does.
I got you. Yeah. Mhm.
He's not answering, so I'm sure he heard me because he just stopped completely. And every time I do that, he stops. He'll sit there blowing the mic. He'll get it working, and he just reminds me of that dude that Bogard. I still can't remember the guy's handle, but Bogey and him were just best buddies. And every time they'd get a radio fixed at Speed Buggies, Bogey's friend would get it home, and then he starts screwdrivering it. I'm like, well, you know, why spend all that money and all that time and waste all that time over there at Speed Buggies? A Speed Buggy could be working on a radio that, you know, someone's not going to take the cover off and start messing with. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. He's got more money than he's got sense, but
Yeah. Well, you can control what people say on your channel if you catch it quick enough.
yeah.
You know
I
what,
saw
you've
that
ever
video.
You've ever heard of Stephen Chowder or Crowder? You've heard of him?
Yeah.
Stephen Crowder. He was a big YouTuber. He moved over to Rumble. They busted him. They busted him for no reason. So if they'll do it to him, they'll do it to anybody else.
Well,
Yeah, he moved to Rumble. They paid him big money to move over. Rumble did. I don't know why.
I'm like this with Sheena's channel. She, you know, she shows her viewers a lot of respect, and she's always positive, and I don't think that YouTube is going to favor a troll over Sheena's channel. So, but I totally get where you're coming from, Sheena, and
Well, you
I
would
do
think
realize
not.
I do realize it's your income, so I totally get that. But
Yeah.
I've got one on Odyssey, but I don't ever use it.
I've seen a lot of channels. There's a lot of. I've seen a few YouTube channels out there that they don't even have chat.
Yeah.
They just put out their thing, or whatever they're doing, and they got plenty of viewers, but they probably, how many did they have before they switched over to not chat? You know, they had to have chat for a while to build up their channel.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess. You would think, but then again, you know, I don't know. Don't know nothing about that technical crap. I know what Vanessa's fiance, he's got his YouTube channel's monetized. He brings home about $100 a month.
He's working another job
he
too,
put-
isn't he?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. I think so, but I'm not sure. But he puts up several videos a week. But he was telling me the other day how he made. It depends on what. It ain't so much your subscribers. It's how many people watches your video. You could have 20,000 subscribers, but if you ain't got but 1,000 of them watching your videos, then that's what best how he explained it to me. But he puts out a lot of anime stuff. He's got. He works at another thing too. He works for a kind of a cartoon deal. They make anime comics,
Cool.
and now it comes out of Japan, and he submits his stories, and he's got his own character that he made up, and submits the stories, and they pay him so much for and they draw they draw the cartoon around the story. I don't know how much he gets on that, but
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of BS, but now he makes a little something on it.
I don't know. I think my daughter is doing something like that. I think Jessica might be doing.
Whatever gets him. Yeah, I don't know how he got. He's been at it for a while. It took him a long time to get monetized.
Yeah. Sheena, how long did it take you to get monetized? Which I know this channel used to be Sheena's Ketovore Life. But how long did it take you to get monetized? I know that you've mentioned this on your channel before, but I can't remember everybody's story. And it's amazing I can remember something from 100 years ago. I can't remember something that happened just here this past couple of years. And I've heard people say, well, you might be saying that you don't want to be monetized, not worried about it, but you really do. And I'm like, no, not really.
I'm not. I can honestly tell you that.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
put out good stuff, but I'm not gonna. I care less.
Well, see, I don't want to have to keep turning stuff into Social
If they
Security.
sent me a paper, if YouTube sent me a paper today and everything, I'd wad it up and throw it in the trash. I don't want, because it takes the fun out of it for me. That's just me. I mean, somebody else might want to make a living off of it. That's fine, But I ain't doing it. I just don't. I'm not going to put that much effort into it. It's fun to me. I know you got to fill out tax form.
That's why I say it's nothing.
It's a special form you had to get and fill out and send in to YouTube. You had to send it in to them. I do know that much, but that's what really turned me off. No, I ain't doing it. Because if you make, let's just say, for instance, if you made $100 a month, by the time they tax that $100, what are you making? And you know they're going to. Yeah, it counts as income. Once it's established that that's your income, it counts as income.
Yeah. So it took Sheena 6 years, a year of working my butt off networking. Had to upload daily or go live. Now it's about daily videos and shorts. My shorts doing a lot better than my regular videos a lot of times. I was just looking at that just now. Well, I'm not ashamed to show it. It's not anything spectacular, but so these are my shorts. This one here, 1.4 thousand views for eating a freaking ghost pepper chip. You know, it's like some of the most off the wall videos. Well, I'll just put up, you know, I thought, well, I'll just do some shorts once in a while when I remember to do it. This is how, see, cute fluffiness to start your day, 409 views. That's like, if I compare that to my regular videos, my regular videos don't get the views like the shorts do. So apparently a lot of people have short attention spans. They want to watch the short videos, I guess.
They do. That's when they first started coming out with them shorts. That was the whole premise behind that. The shorts ain't been out that long.
168 views.
People with short attention span.
What my cat does when
which
I sketch,
constitutes about 99.9%.
I mean, 168 views for that video. Just because my cat does something weird when I scratch his back.
Yeah. I ain't put anything out, no shorts out in the last week or two. All right. Ain't done anything really. Like I said, it's just whenever the wind strikes me, is when I'll put one out. That's about all I go for.
My goodness.
Well, I can make some shorts on, but just about anything. But
I'd like to have a bag of those right now.
yeah. Well, the way I figure, YouTube got enough stuff out there without me putting any more crap out. I'm sure mine's really interesting. That one poll fix video, 480 some people watched that thing. Oh my God. I mean, it didn't make no sense. Absolutely no sense.
Funny. YouTube is a strange animal, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like I've said before, YouTube is a freak show, but it's free. There's no, you don't have to pay to see it. I thought this was going to get a lot of hits, but
We gotta do a little bit.
You're the very one you think would get some hits. Don't.
We gotta do a little bit. Wow.
yeah.
It just makes I just scratch my head at sometimes at some of the viewers' attention. I mean, God, they must not have nothing else to do. I bet you I could go out there and do a short of a bunch of rocks I got out there in a pile. And I bet you get no time if you.
So I haven't looked at comments for these either in a while. Oh my God, I need to find some of those. I love spicy food. Ghost pepper is good stuff. No, it's not for me, but it's good to see you. Wow, connected already. Okay. Can't find these chips on the store shelves. Chili heads need their fix. Pizza flavor. No, it's not pizza. So when I just said when it says right there it says right there on the bag. I know it's hard to see, but it does say in the description, bag says now with even more ghost pepper. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Randy.
I guess it takes all kinds to make the world go around, evidently.
Thank you, Sheena. I don't know about good, but
I don't think a person has to be really good. All you have to do is just have an imagination. Just kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have free time? Well, obviously, Sheena's got some free time because she's right here wasting it with us. But I just wonder. I mean, just aside from YouTube, free time, huh?
You take what's the name, Belt Loop?
Yeah, Belt Loop 29.
All his shorts. They just random shorts. There's no effort into it at all, and he just has fun with it. And that's all you have to do. There's no production crew following him around.
I can tell you
something he wants to do a short about. He does it.
I could tell you about Gary. His mind is just constantly going. I believe he does a lot of work in his sleep as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying anything bad about him. Obviously, he's a character. He's one of the kind.
People who do that. That's how their mind works.
Yeah.
Me, I couldn't do that. It's got to be on a whim.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
and a lot of times
most
I don't
of my
have my
videos
phone with me.
Oh shoot! It's almost like having a 9mm on my side. Yeah, I don't leave the house even to go out in the yard without my phone, because anything has and can happen here. We've already established that. As far as having unsavory show up.
But a long time I take my phone with me is when I'm Well, if I take a notion to go outside and do a short or film something I'm doing around here, but usually I'll just take it with me when I'm in the car or going somewhere.
Yeah.
Other than that, it stays turned off.
Well, I
But
could say
when
for
I get in the
sure.
car, I turn it on. And
I could say for sure those couple times, those few times where I'm like, I just don't even think about grabbing my phone and I walk outside. That's when I see something that I needed to film. And I'm like, well, if I go back in the house to get the freaking phone, it'll be gone or it'll be over. It's the spontaneous type of thing. And
that's generally how it happens. And that's how it happens that way. I used to pack my camcorder with me quite a bit.
I cleaned my hard drive off here.
Take my
camcorder. Go ahead.
I used to take my camcorder with me quite a bit when I was out in the road and stuff. And I don't know. I just, I need to charge it up.
Another thing.
What happened? Well, what happened there, Barry? Well, look like Barry got kicked out of his live. I guess I'll take over then. Hi, I'm taking over where Barry left off. I don't know what happened to Barry. I don't know. He got gone. Or is it even? Well, no, I'm on his live. Huh. Once said it was me got kicked off, but I don't think what it is because his counter's still going.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you have too many programs running on your laptop. And I tried to switch cameras, and it went haywire.
I thought it might have been me for a second. And I got to look to see that timer still on. I said, well, no, it ain't me.
So they say, but like I was saying, or was trying to say, was that, when I tell people I've got a second channel, because a lot of times people are looking for more subs because they're a new channel. And I'm like, well, I got a second one. I'll come back on it and give you another sub. And they're like, what's it about? And I'm like, oh, it's just a weather cam. And they're like, dude, I love watching weather cams because I get to see what's going on in another part of the country I can get to. And I haven't, because right now I've got like two desktop computers that really just need a monitor and a keyboard. And then I could run it 24/7 if I wanted to, but I can't see running it overnight because, as you see right there, you know as well as I do. I mean, who wants to see that? Now, the daytime's different, but at night it would just be pointless.
You can get them monitors pretty cheap. Used ones down there. Every once in a while, I see them down there at Liberty at that trading post down there. That's where I got this one at. When I bought this computer, this desktop, I didn't buy it with a monitor.
Yeah,
I had to buy it separate. I bought it down there at Liberty at the trading post. I still see them in there all the time.
But you're covering your eyes for. I wasn't going to come back naked or anything. I mean, I wouldn't subject myself or anyone else to that.
Maybe she was covering her eyes because I popped up in my video. That's what it is. I have that effect on people a whole lot of times. That's why I do it. I do it just for me. I do it to traumatize them because I know what traumatizes them. I'm comfortable with my ugliness. I like it a lot.
I don't want to scare anyone away.
He's hiding in the bush.
Yeah. Thing is, you can't tell which bush because it's dark. It's dark out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind to have had another camera and I've had another computer and stuff set up just for that. That would be awesomeness, but yeah.
I do see where I could get by with it, with running it. I could run it on my laptop all day because, and then at a certain time in the day, cut it off, and then people could just watch the replay of the previous recording or, the previous live. And then in the morning, start up, I guess, before the sun comes up. Maybe half an hour before the sunrise, there would be something to see, as long as it's daytime. But now nighttime, there's just really not much to look at.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you start looking for things like I do. I'm like, oh, Randy, you got to see this replay. I can't believe I caught this, and I catch something weird on there.
Mm-hmm. You never know what you might catch.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the same sky you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird how location can make a difference. I don't know.
I can see that. I can see behind my house. I can see pretty good the sky, but not in the direction you're looking at. I can't see in that direction too good because I got big ass tree blocking me.
Yeah, it's west northwest is the way the camera's looking.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell when I could tell when someone goes up and down the hill over there at April's. I could see their car because suddenly a car is floating in the sky. That's what it looks like at night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, that's a flying car. No, they're just going to someone's house up there on the hill. I do, at times I do wish that there was a little bit more out there to see at night, but
I'm surprised you don't see that there big structure up on top of that ridge.
I would if there wasn't so much, like there's still some foliage, still some leaves up there.
Uh-huh.
Like occasionally, let me just bigify it.
I think you can almost see it anyway. I can almost.
If the wind blows, you can see the lights up there.
Uh-huh.
One will pop up and it'll disappear. And I would see that's where I was thinking it was something like a UFO. But then I realized, no, it's that guy up there on the hill, up there on that ridge with all those freaking lights.
Uh-huh.
And I have to remember how this road curves in certain places because it throws me off. And that's what I was looking for the other day when we were coming back from the Dollar General. I was like trying to figure out how the lay of the land was and how it is I could see those lights. Because like I'd go to the very top of the property here, where the double wide was, and I could see every single one of them lights up there on that ridge. You know, when he's got them lit up.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have them going all the time.
No, not all the time, no.
I've taken pictures of it up there, and it's got quite a few lights up there in a kind of weird configuration, like they might be.
I know one thing. He got lit up like hell up there for sure. When he
like I said, I've heard people on the radio, GMRS, and I assume it's them in them side by sides. They said, we were going back up to the arena, and the only place I could think it would be lit up like that was right up there on the ridge, and that's I kind of put two and two together.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think I did. That they've got some kind of horse arena or some kind of arena up there.
That's some high dollar up there, buddy.
Because a friend of mine over in Canada, her parents run they've got an arena on their property, but they use it to, they have some kind of shows up there, horse shows or something like that. They throw every year. But they're not like well off.
You're looking at some high dollars up there, boy. It ain't one person owns that. There's several. There's several doctors. I think it's best I can remember. It's doctors that owns that up there.
I seen them go by, and they was using that John Deere side by side. They were pulling a great big wagon like you would haul tobacco on. He was pulling it with that little thing.
It was a round bale wagon.
Yeah, he had firewood on it, and I got on channel. Okay. I got on channel 4, and I said, "Now that's using your head right there." I said, "That's the best thing I've seen all day." And he was like, "What?" I said, "You John Deere side by side pulling a great big wagon like that." I said, "Now that's using your head." He never would answer back, so they're kind of snobbish, They're kind of like,
they don't understand that there's people got them radio. That's how much of an idiot they are.
Yeah, well, people are under the impression that they choose a channel and that's their channel. Just because you and I talk on 5 doesn't mean it's our channel.
No, it don't mean it.
Because the FCC says it's free to everyone.
Yeah, you can talk on anyone you want.
But some people just got it in their heads that that's their channel. Yeah, no, it don't work that way.
And I'll tell them that too. So no, this ain't your channel.
It's just CB was supposed to be like that too, is take turns type of deal. But somewhere along the way, the amplifier got in the way, and egos got in the way, and these people aren't very. They are not very, neighborly.
No, they're assholes.
The only time that we ever held a conversation was when those C-130s flew through here.
Mm-hmm.
They were so low you can count the rivets. That was the only time, because they were making jokes. They're like, he said, I thought that was a missile coming down through here. Which I was like, yeah. So I guess you seen them planes too. He said, hell yeah, I seen them planes. He said, I thought it was he said, I really thought we were being attacked till I realized it was a plane. Apparently one had flown behind this ridge, up here behind me, but it was on the other side of that ridge and I couldn't see it. So apparently there was 3. So there was the one that went directly over my house, and then there's the one that was between Jordan's and that knob over there. Yeah, God, by the time I got a camera out to the back door, I saw the tail end of it fly over, and it was too late. So they were, it was one of them things where it's a memory. You're not going to be able to capture it, but yeah, boy, I tell you.
Well, that was the second time that they'd been through here.
Yeah.
Not very close proximity, but it was like a couple of months apart, or 2 or 3 months apart, something like that. But they had been through here earlier that summer.
Yeah.
I remember it very distinctly. But I didn't even pay attention to it that second time. I just heard it. And,
Well, that just looks wrong, don't it?
What? What, a little dot? Blue with a dot in the middle? Yeah.
Oh, let me just change that. My mind just went down in the gutter just then. Well, yeah, I'm just about ready. I think I've got enough screenshots from the weather camp to make a video out of, and it starts where it was green and then transitions to where we're at now as far as the leaves and stuff go. So I might put that video together so I can free up the hard drive, because that's a lot of pictures to take.
You have to be consistent every day to take one per day.
Yeah,
that's not a lot of getting them all in a sequence.
All right, 9 out of 10. Well, I think we got 4 watching. I know 2 is Sheena.
Unfreaking believable. 4 people managed to waste their time.
Listen to 2 old men babbling on.
They must have insomnia. Well, it ain't but 12:51. Well, it's almost 1 o'clock.
God, it feels later, don't it?
Yeah.
Feels like 2.
Yep. It is what it is. We got we never know how many is watching. It says 4, but how many is secretly watching it? Now, are you talking about the channels? A lot of times on my paranormal channel, which I got a bunch of paranormal channels that I'm subscribed to, I'll go in there and I've deleted some of them because they never did post anything. So I just took them off my list, but the ones that I do have kept, I'll just watch them, and I'll click on get them started, and I'll walk off in the other room, let them play. And I'll hit that thumbs up as I go.
Yeah.
and every once in a while pop back in to check them out as they, unless it's alive, then I'll, watch it. I don't do it too much because they're on different times and I don't ever catch their live. A lot of them from over in the UK and everything. But that's how I do it. Sometimes I go through them and if they got a video, I'll look at it a little bit and then hit the like button, thumbs up, and go on out, I do that, but most of them don't do that. Most of them won't even watch the video, and they don't want to yay or nay. On my stuff, I'd appreciate if they just put a thumbs down. It wouldn't bother me. Oh, just hit that thumbs button anyway, up or down. I don't expect you to like it.
That's like Matthew over there in the UK on a secret vault. A lot of times he'll end it with don't subscribe, and he might say something a little off color or dirty, but he's he's just having fun with it. But either way, even if you do get a thumbs down, it still works in your favor.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, hell, I do the same thing. I've done it. I've hit a thumbs down many times.
Yeah.
On different things. If I thought it sucked or not. No. But that's me.
But yeah, there's a lot of photos here to work with. For real. Wow. Starting to see the real color. I just saw it. Yeah, right there. It's a real color popping in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I got to work with. A lot of them in there. I hope it doesn't crash the software.
It's going to take you a little bit to get them lined out, but it'll be easier to do it that way than it would be to put an actual video out. It won't take as long.
Sheena.
It won't take as long.
The only thing that I miss about the original video editing software that we had, you could put a photo in there and then you could set the duration of how long it shows that photo.
Right.
This Clip Champ, now you have to drag the photo out to make it longer or shrink it to make it shorter.
Yeah.
Which is that's more time consuming than anything else.
Yeah. Like I said, I got that one video downloaded off my camcorder and onto the computer, and I just got it ready. I'm getting ready to dive into it. Probably one day this week, work on it a little bit. Stuff. I don't like it. The Clip Champ, I don't like it. Well, it's got some features that's good. They got where you can add music and stuff to it, whatever. That stuff's okay, but you know. So if I was to go back to if I was to do some videos of some of the characters that I used to do, I couldn't do them on YouTube. I couldn't do them on YouTube. It wouldn't be worth me wasting my time putting it on YouTube. I know what would happen. The characters themselves would be enough. I wouldn't have to say anything. But I did it on who was it? Let me think back. It was a thing back in the day called Yahoo Chats. It was like a chat site. It had different rooms, you know.
Yeah.
You could go to and do things, and most of it was they used a place to have arguments with. There had to be one group arguing with a bunch of other groups. So I got on there and I took a picture of myself and put it on there. Boy, they like to die. They was people laughing at my pictures. And one I was dressed up as Osama bin Laden. And I can't remember what the other one was, but we got some laughs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. Looks like the numbers have dropped off. And
yeah,
appreciate everyone that did come in. Try to keep a camera ready in case we hear something interesting on the radio or something.
yeah, I wish I could catch it. Half time, you know, I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
During the daytime, it's usually pretty active. Like it was the other day, it's pretty active. Oh, I meant to ask you before you get off. When you talking about that buggy, Amish buggy accident at 46, I heard it, and they had said somebody was bleeding from the head, and then they turned around and said the horse was up underneath the carriage.
Yeah.
And I heard them say, "Tell them to turn their sirens off."
Yeah, I don't.
You had to say it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that's the part that really irritated me, because the first time he said it, the dispatcher should have said, "Attention all units, the horse is trapped under the buggy. Please turn off your sirens before you can run with your lights. You don't have to have your freaking sirens, especially if you're that much closer to where you're going. Cut them sirens off so you don't freak that horse out and tip the whole thing over. Make a bigger mess, because I'm sure it was a job to get that buggy pulled away and off of them."
I wish I'd have recorded that one. That would have been a good one to. That would have been a good one. Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's okay. You wanted to, yeah, okay. Yeah, but there's been others I just never did think about doing it. But yeah, okay.
You hear the audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
KCMS double fire, KC Rescue 1208, KCMS double
You
fire.
don't hear that.
On US 127 near Kinston Ridge, have a 246 vehicle versus Amish buggy. US 127 Kinston Ridge, be a 246 vehicle versus Amish buggy.
I mean, yeah. That's kind of my response too. I was like, oh, okay.
Now, they have to do what you think to do.
I've heard it happen out there on 78 too, going out towards Stanford.
I don't think that.
Copy 1848.
See, I didn't even take the time out to mute to mute the video that I was watching in the background. It was just, I heard the tones, and I'm like, oh, I got, I'm going to record it.
On Kinston Ridge and 127, two patients at this time. One patient is bleeding from the head. Again, one patient bleeding from the head. Two patients total at this time. Clear 1849.
I like to see I'd like to see what kind of shape that buggy was in.
Yeah. I was just imagining it, just like a box that had been kicked apart. Because all they are is a box with wheels.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be riding one in no freaking winter. Somebody bumping into their mic.
I just caught part of that, what he was saying. I couldn't even understand him.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
And in the background, you can hear the railroad. The railroad that was on a different radio on the other side of the room.
Houston 33, Casey County. Houston 33, go ahead. Route. Copy.
She started talking before she keyed it. That's Casey County, right here in Kentucky. Casey County EMS and Fire Department in action.
Live action.
Copy. Dispatch to be going on scene here. 10-4, copy on scene. Can you advise your unit number? 30. Advise any unit responding. If there's going to be a horse and buggy involved in this, then they don't need to be running the siren.
Right there is when she should have.
10-4, I copy.
That right there was the first time you brought it up. You should have said it.
The horse is going to be underneath the cart at this time. There is no human entrapment.
That's a shame.
That doesn't mean that there's nobody hurt. It just means nobody's entrapped. Which tells me that they probably.
The Talk Pod 836 Plus.
Because you never know when you get that cold like that. You don't know. You can think in your mind of what the scene's going to look like before you get there. That's what you're supposed to do.
Not
But
only
when
not
you get there,
only
it's
is it
usually
GMRS,
different.
In reference to the horse you need rescue.
No.
Horse is still alive. It's not moving its end under the bucket this time. We do need all units to turn their sirens off so they get it all stirred up.
I mean, there's the second time he had to say it.
Mm-hmm. I know. I heard it too. I couldn't figure that
not
out.
only can you do GMRS, but you can use it as a scanner. Scanning's pretty fast too. Not as fast as a regular scanner, but not bad.
You can imagine what it is before you get there.
Sorry, we're
What the
filming
scene's
this
going
in
to be about. But
Yeah.
you
Now we're
can.
filming this in portrait mode, but
Because it helps when
started
you do
recording
that
as quick as
because
we could. So
you prepare yourself mentally what you've got to do as soon as you hop out of the truck.
yeah, hope everybody in that accident will come out okay, and let's hope the horse is okay. I just wanted
No,
to show
they
you what
probably had
the
I
Top
say
Pod
probably,
836 Plus.
I bet you had to put it
Show
down.
you what it's capable of.
Probably.
Like we got a fly trying to get into the picture.
I say you put it down. Had to.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's a shame that software corrupted that file. It was basically just showing the radio in action, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I was able to turn around and
Yeah.
catch
it. Yeah, catch it. Yeah.
But, yeah, with that, I think I'm gonna kill this live. We've gone about as far as we can, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't about to do no 24-hour. But yeah.